So I'm out riding, and there's this normal off-road path, and then a little trail. Look at you, little trail. This trail looks like it leads to adventure. Where does this trail lead? Only the brave will find out. Well, that ended quickly. So I'm going on the main trail, or maybe not. This is too much of a basic forest for me. I'll go find a better one. Here's like a typical thing, you know, where people will wonder how to get over and stuff like that, and which way you're gonna ride it. Oh damn, I said it. So, you know, typically you would want to go up that rock at that angle, so you'd want to steer up there and then go there. Right, so that you don't ride it like that. Damn it, ride it. And then, you know, people are talking about doing running starts and stuff like that. So you just want to like basically slide it up. And same here. And we come to these rocks. Basic rock, small downhill, nothing special. Bike pass, you know, struggle. It's like no signaling, and it's a 30-kilometer-an-hour road. Guys getting stressed out watching me ride. I understand that. I'd be stressed out riding something and see some idiot on an electric unicycle. So, you know, when it comes to bumps and stuff like that, if your tire pressure is a bit high like mine, you'll bounce around a bit. It won't absorb that well. Like this shit here. Look at this. that stuff at speed, you're gonna lose control over the wheel. You're gonna wobble, you're gonna fly. I got places to go. I got nowhere to go. You're gonna wobble, you're gonna fly, man. You're gonna panic, you're gonna run off. So could you release the... Well, I'll talk about that when I stop. So for now, we're gonna zippity-do a bit. You know, you gotta lean in there. You gotta lean on in there, man. Bird. As good a place as any, huh? Not bad. All right. So when I started off, the battery was at 82.6 volt and 92%, and that was after a full charge and leaving it in the charger, you know. So 82.6, it's not 84. It's not a bad sell, because then it would be lower. Now I've done 5.7 kilometers and I'm down to 83%. So, you know, a lot of MSX riders have commented that the top of the battery goes down a bit faster, and then you get to the nominal voltage, and then things sort of like even out. Funny thing, when I was riding, I saw a guy on a bicycle with a license plate. So that was an electric bicycle, a fast one, and he was riding on the road with cars. So that's some funny shit. And I was tempted, you know, to ride up next to him and blast. And then I thought, damn, you know, he's like a more proper person than I am, because he put a license plate on that thing. He's probably got it insured like a moped, while I'm riding mine like a bicycle, but at a legal speed. But we treat them mostly like bicycles here in Sweden. But still, the speed limit is 20 kilometers an hour. So when you're blasting at 50, you know, then you're doing something else. And then we have to ask ourselves, what are we going to do blasting around at 60 or 65 or 70? Then you're just hoping that the cops aren't looking, you know, but you're actually just breaking the law. And the law is 20 so that you can go 30. The law isn't 20 so that you can go 70. But I guess we pick our times and we pick our spots to do that. Like on the last cruise with me, Thomas, Monica, and Daniel, you know, there we weren't picking our spots. We were just blasting. We were blasting the whole time. So the MSX, you know, 10,200 kilometers. Kuji made a clip about the V11, and the suspension turned out to be the suspension that it is, right? 7 to 8 centimeters of travel. That's how low the pedals are going to go in worst case. So when the suspension kicks in and you're going off-road, then you're going to hit something, right, that you wouldn't have hit otherwise, and then you're going to pump up the suspension, and then you're going to negate the effect of the expansion of the suspension. Maybe not negate it entirely, But from having a suspended wheel, you will have a less suspended wheel. On the other hand, it's a nice cushy 18x3, just like the MSX is a nice cushy 18x3. And when I was riding here and I was on this crappy asphalt, man, you know, some of that asphalt, it really gets you. And after I fell the other day, I'm like, you know, am I gonna lean off the front? Am I gonna fall off the front? But then you have the side pads, and the side pads are another contact point. So while I like the free feeling of the 16X, where you don't have that contact point on the sides, where it's just your feet, you don't really have anything to stop you from falling off either. Because if you fall forward, there's nothing to grip, right? So you're just going here. But on the MSX, there's a tendency to have some kind of contact with the side pads that will add stability when the stability is needed. At the same time, it's hard to get away from the side pads. So when you're doing off-road, those side pads are going to be hitting your legs here. And if it's hitting your legs here, then you're tilting here and here. While if you're just on your feet, you have like another stance. And this is like the wheel dilemma. Because the wheel dilemma is that somebody wants to buy an M Super Pro, and somebody wants to buy a V11, and somebody wants to buy a Nicola. And they're afraid that one is going to be better than the other. And that's not really the way it is. They're different from each other. And the reason that I wanted to go riding today is I wanted to take my MSX on some technical off-road. Because in my mind, now that my 16X is out of commission, and I know that I can replace it for $1,700, and then I will have it replaced in 3 or 4 days, and that's it. That's the investment fallacy, and the investment fallacy is that you want to continue to invest in the thing that you've already done, or actually it's the sunken cost fallacy is what it is. So it would be nice if things were like they used to be, but I do have the MSX. I can ride the MSX. It is a good off-road wheel. Ustride made a very good video yesterday about the MSX and the Tesla off-road, and it's not day and night. It's not day and night. A wheel has to be particularly bad off-road. Now there are some wheels that are more fun off-road, like the 16X. If you hit a root or a branch or something, you can pop it off. You can pop it off that branch and you can jump it and stuff. But you know, if you want to learn to jump the MSX, then you learn to jump the MSX. Because the thing with the 16X is that it does some things for you, and the V11 will do some things for you, and the M Super Pro will do some things for you. But is that really what we want? Are we really going to ride upstairs? Look at Adam from Wrong Way riding upstairs. It's not for free. You're not going to accidentally ride upstairs. You're actually not even going to accidentally ride up one of these 22, 23 degree inclines that are next to stairs, because that requires a lot of intent and a lot of skill and a lot of practice, and the wheel won't do it for free. And we're not extreme riders, we're just casual riders. This isn't an extreme sport. We just like riding wheels and getting the feeling of freedom. And the wheels aren't going to magically do things for us, although some wheels are a tiny bit better than others at different things, and they have different feelings. But they don't have different feelings, they feel different. I'm a funny guy. So Monica and I were talking about ordering an M Super Pro, and then I show her the V11 review, and it's like, yeah, but you know, should we get a V11 instead? It's like a newer thing. It's like more of an innovation. It's still an 18x3. You can lock it out if you want. It's nice and torquey. Would the M Super be faster? Sure, but I mean, come on. Did you guys see the clip of Monica riding? No protection, no armor, nothing, no knee pads, no helmet, and she hit 55 kilometers an hour. She's not incredibly experienced, but she's not totally inexperienced. But that speed, man, one mistake, and you're gonna eat it, na 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 na, eat it, na 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 na, eat it. This won't help you. Lightsaber won't help you. So we have to like ask ourselves what we're doing. Damn, that's a lot of tadpoles, man. that was full of tadpoles. I'm gonna come here and look for a ton of frogs. And the other day I was riding on the MSX, you know, worried about the range. Monica was on the 16X. We went for a long ass ride. We weren't speeding. We did like maybe 50-60 kilometers, and I had 30% left and she had 50% left, you know. But my 30% was real and the 50% on the 16X is not real. Showing artificial numbers on a percent meter is not real range. It's just a number that makes you feel good. And in the end, the wheels will just have their range, you know. And if you charge them 200 times or 300 times, then you'll get that. And if you want to start looking into the nitty-gritty, man, you want to start looking into the nitty-gritty, start looking at the cells that are being used, the 21700 cells that are being used on the MSP, on the Nikola. The LG M50T rated for 300 cycles, not 2,000, man, not 1,000, 300 cycles, and the capacity will be at 82%. And if you compare that to the Samsung 50E at 300 cycles, the capacity will be at 90%. That's the nitty-gritty. But I mean, how much are we riding the wheels? 10,000 kilometers on the MSX. The stock tire, the original tire. And it's perfect. It's a perfect wheel. And we want a better wheel, and we want one with suspension, and the prices are creeping. They're creeping up. You can get an MSX 84V today for $1,500. You can get an M Super Pro for $2,000. You can get a 16X for maybe $1,700 and an 18XL. Then we got the V11 creeping, 2,200. Or is it going to go down to 2,000? If it's going to go down to 2,000, then it's going to be able to play with the other wheels. But in the end, if a Tesla can keep up with an MSP, and I already know this, you know, I've done it myself. I have clips of me riding off-road on the Tesla. And it's just a different style, it's just a different feel of riding. You have a larger wheel on the MSX. It will allow you to roll over obstacles easier, but it won't allow you to roll over larger obstacles easier, because once the obstacles start getting larger, because they will creep up, then you will have trouble getting over them because you won't have enough torque. And then maybe the MSP can do this, you know? But is it agile enough? Because sometimes you will have to make choices, and that's something I really liked about the 16X, is like the playfulness and the, just like I always said, it was my dancing wheel. It was my dancing wheel off-road. So, you know, maybe I can get back to that on the MSX, because in the end, 90%, or you know, I'm not gonna lie about statistics, but the majority of off-roading comes from the rider, unless the wheel is particularly bad, you know. And then you have to ask yourself, am I buying a particularly bad wheel? Am I buying an exceptionally bad wheel? Stock tire on this MSX. The light is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. The tire is fine. The pedals are fine. They're bent. This one is bent like that. The other one is bent like that. Asymmetrical stance completed. It growls. It's powerful. It's strong. It rolls over everything. Is the Nikola better? It's faster. The Nikola 100V is faster than this. Which one is more cushy? Which one accelerates better? Why does this matter? We're not elite accelerators. You're not going to lean like Fuji. I don't want to lean like Fuji. Do you guys do handstands? Do you guys do muscle ups? You know, that's the amount of work to achieve a muscle up, the amount of work to achieve a handstand. That's the amount of work that you need to achieve that forward lean. And I hurt myself more doing handstands than I ever have on an electric unicycle, because I separated my shoulder in 2010. And it's still bad. It's still bad. I found it. This is a decent trail. It has a beginning, it has an end. You can do it over and over. My foot position is going to be a little more on the neutral middle side. And yeah, I'll jump what I can jump. There's a part that goes down with roots. I'm gonna stop there and take that part back up as well, and grind it up while hitting roots. So you're gonna be going up, then you're gonna have to torque the wheel over a root. And this for me is the weakness of the MSX, but it's gonna get up, right? It's gonna get up. It's just gonna be harder, but it's only gonna be harder compared to something else. So let's go. Huge roots here. Huge roots, huge roots, huge roots, huge roots. Just huge roots. Right? A drop, you hit the pedal. You hit the pedal. A root, a root, a root, a rock, more roots, you know. The floor is lava. The floor is lava. Jump. I'm gonna go over this root here. I'm gonna go over this, You can go around if you have the luxury of going around. But then you're not training difficulty, you're training choosing the easiest path. And sometimes there will not be that opportunity. So this part here, here's the downhill and here's a drop. And here's a rock. So here I'm going to turn and I'm going to go up it instead. So I'm just going to show it to you first. And it's a slope and it's got rocks and it's got roots, right? And this is a practice thing, that's all. And any wheel will get up. A Tesla will get up, an MCM5 will get up. They'll just get up in different ways. So let's go. Nice start, bro. Nice start. So this route here, and I slapped it down. So it did not have the torque to get up that. Got some grass all up in here. Nice, man. Nice. Nice. So I'll do it from a dead standstill here and see. So roots aren't infinitely large, but they can be large, and our obstacles will become larger and larger. The larger the wheel, the smaller the obstacle in relation to it, but there is a limit. How you doing, buddy? You okay? It just sailed off, man. It just sailed off. So the second time I went up a part that was a tiny bit easier. And I wasn't really prepared for it to just like stop on me like that. On this part here. And I don't know if the 16X would have made it up or not. Tesla would not make it up there because it would smack. MCM5 would not make it up there because it would smack. 18XL has clearance to make it up there. Does it have the torque, would it spin out, and so on and so on. So, do I want to do it again? Yeah. So I run out of torque and I run out of lean. So a bit more forceful is all, right? It's not easy, it's not free. You practice, right? And you do what you can do with the tools that you have, is all. Yeah, so I'm really happy with this wheel, you know, and technical off-road is fun because it's about difficulty. It's not about it being easy, because then you'll just go looking for harder challenges. It's about overcoming difficulty. Whew, I'm getting sweaty, man. All right, that's all for today. Here's the horse I scared. I'm sorry. He's like, he's not too pleased. Just gonna slowly walk away. Oh damn. He's gonna kick the shit out of me. No. Just gonna chew his feet. Nice feet. Bye, horse. Bye, horse. Oh, damn. I'm out of here. Peace.